Take a moment, guys, and we'll politely share our responses from our group.
I love you.
Yeah. One more minute, guys. Everything until you ever to think, right? Take over sound, watch it, and I'll take it. So the kids, you act like adults, you know. Hey, then you get into the thing. Working was a little bit, now you go back. Alright, guys.
This one.
I got more coffee than you. Let's do this. Okay, group one. One was asked to complete questions 1 and 2. Question number 1, it says, why did the author of the California Gold Rush, and when they mean by that, they literally mean the very first article, right? Most likely include the photograph with the text. We all understand photographs are going to be part of our text going forward now that we're big bad fourth graders, right? We're giving some captions. Shh. It's the big bad fourth graders. Marco. He wants to go ahead and make that lunch lab an after school detention. Then how have I requested for you to sit? Did I request for you to sit with your feet out, sticking out, talking if you should be talking, or sitting all the way tucked in? Okay. Most likely, why do they include the photograph? There's a reason for it, right? You can see it right here. The title of the photograph is Training for Gold. It even describes what's happening in the image. They do that for a reason. Right? Some of that information, it was in the text that we just read. Some of it was not. We know this now. Group 1, why do you feel we include in the text? Patty? You think it's A, to show readers how miners panned for gold and what tools they used? Good job. Yeah, 2, or letter B, to show readers a uniform miner wore? There was never uniforms. Not until it became football players, right? Letter C, to show readers where California is on a map. Is there a map on that image? No. And letter D, to show readers the size of each plate of gold James Marshall found. No. You can't see any gold, right? Yeah, letter A. Okay. Número 2. Which of the following choices is information that can be found in both passages? So not only this passage, California Gold Rush, but the California Chronicle, the fictitious realistic chronicle about a school that's fictitious, probably. Olivia, what was your response? What was your response, Jason? You're a group 1. Was it B? Was it A? Was it Z?
Z.
Somebody's listening. Somebody's listening. What do you think? You want to ask Landon? You think it's B? Let's see if you guys are right. It says, panning for gold, that's for panning. Panning for gold was one method used by miners to search for gold. Well, literally right. Yeah, because they discussed it exactly where it was, right? In this article. And they even mention it in the second paragraph and in the talking all things tools. Right there. Good job. That's right. Group number 2, you were asked to complete numbers 3 and numbers 4. Number 3, in California Gold Rush, the author wrote, many settlers claimed land as their own that actually belonged to the indigenous people or those who first lived on the land. What does the term indigenous mean as it's used in the sentence above? Is it the last people, the first people, the rich people, or the only people? Come on. The first people are, that's right, exactly. I mean, it literally says it in the second portion of that response. It says, or those who first lived on the land. So yes, indigenous, the first people. Good job. Letter B, number 3. Number 4, using information from the California Chronicle, where is elementary most likely located? In South America, in Florida, in California, or in China? Emma, you think it was from California? If you thought California, you'd be correct. Because where is the gold rush happening? Right? Yeah. And also, if you look at it, let's look at the Chronicle briefly. Sorry, wrong page. The weather, pretty good. Right? Monday's weather looks pretty good. We're talking about the California gold rush. Right? Good job. And the California Chronicle, the very title of the Chronicle suggests they probably live in California. Portland, can I wait? Or can I not wait? One second. Respect. Why were people, number 5, group number 3, this is you and you. Why were people who traveled to mine for gold often known as 49ers? Why was it? Did they travel in groups of 49 people? Was it B, they paid $49 for the tools and equipment needed to mine? Letter C, each ounce of gold found was worth $49. Or letter D, a large number of miners arrived in California in the year 1849 to search for gold. Bailey.
D.
You D for did that correctly. Good job. Yes, D. Absolutely. 1849. They are the 49ers because of the year 1849. Very good. Yes. Letter D. Number 6 for group 3. Which of the following choices is not information a reader can learn by reading the newspaper? What information?
Please, sir.
What's that? That's spam. It's spam.
Please,
Which of the following choices is not information a reader can learn by reading newspaper? The letter A. The weather on Monday will be cloudy with a 50% chance of rain. Well, there's a weather report there. A pickaxe is a tool used to chop away rocks and mines for gold. Was it letter C? People from China, Europe, and America all traveled to mine for gold. Or was it letter D? The men who first found gold in California wanted to originally keep it a secret. Cooper.
I put.
A pickaxe is a tool used to chop away rocks and mine for gold. Was that information in the newspaper? Yeah. The question says, which of the following choices is not information a reader? Not. It's okay. So why don't you try that again, Coop? Not information. People from China, Europe, and America all travel to mine for gold. The weather on Monday will be cloudy with a 50% chance of rain. Well, did you look at the Chronicle? What's it say right here? So they're asking, which of the following choices is not information a reader can learn by reading a newspaper? So here's the newspaper. It's visual, so can I learn about this weather? Yeah. Visual is not information. Not information. Oh, pardon me. Wrong page. We're talking about letter D. The men who first found gold in California wanted to originally keep it a secret. Is he correct? Group 3? Yeah, that was mentioned in the first article, not in the Chronicle. Make sure we read it. That's why it's in big bold font. Not information. Group number 4. Number 7. Which of the following choices is not information that can be found in both passages? Meaning it's one and not the other, right? In 1849, thousands of people traveled to California in hopes of finding gold. Letter B, the tools and other supplies miners needed were often very expensive. Letter C, the museum is open Monday through Friday from 9 a.m. to 4 p.m. Or letter D, the gold rush in California impacted the lives of Native Americans. Brendan. C, senora, you're correct. Yeah. They don't mention anything about a museum in the first one. Very good. Number 8, which of the following groups of people are not listed in the newspaper as intended schools 49er next? Students, teachers, reporters, or gold salespeople. Lily, don't touch the ceiling. Just don't. Is she correct?
Yes.
Of course she is. Yes. Correct. Good job. Letter D. Gold or gold salespeople are not listed. Good job. All right. I'm going to look for hands. Quiet raising hands. Number 9. According to information from the text, which choice best describes a boom town? So which one of these 4 best describes what a boom town is? Is it a town that was quickly built and grew rapidly in places where gold was found? Remember, 2 of these are going to be legit, 2 of these will probably make no sense, right? Letter B, a town that was abandoned because there was no gold to be found in the area. I mean, boom towns were later, right? But I don't know if being clues were new. How about letter C, a town created to teach miners about safety practices while searching for gold? I can't succeed. There's no way. How about a town that started small and grew very slowly? A boom town's a boom town. When it goes boom, do we think something quick or slow?
Explosion.
What do we think? You think what is best described as a boom town? A town that starts small and grew very slowly. That best describes a boom town. Best describes it. Athena, what do you think? How many raise your hand if we think letter A is the best way to describe a boom town, and that a town that was quickly built and grew rapidly in places where gold was found? Very good. Nice job. How about number 10? According to information from both passages, which choice best describes supply and demand? Oops, I might have went over it when you give you the answer. Who knows? The letter A demand from mining tools was great, and so the supply was limited, so sellers charged large prices for mining gold. Was it B, the demand from mining tools was very low, therefore the prices were also low? The supply of mining tools was high, as they could be found everywhere, so the price was also high? I can tell you right now, it's not B. That would be incorrect. How about letter D? The demand for mining tools was low, as no one needed them during the gold rush. Therefore, the prices were also low. And it's not B, and if you choose D, you did not read this or listen. D, did not. LOL. So it's going to be A or C. What do we think, Olivia? Do you think it's C? The supply of mining tools was high, as they could be found everywhere, so the price was also high. Now, sometimes the demand suggests, because there may not be a lot, right? Then they need to jack up the prices, right? So supply and demand is either going to be A or C. I, in my opinion, think it's going to be the letter